The ball with our variety of guests and of course your calls, discussing the facts and the stats and sharing your opinions. Get on the ball and stay on the ball by tuning into On the Ball with Troy Bif Mills on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and also on Facebook and YouTube. Be on the ball. want to know what's happening in sport? Tune into On the Ball, a weekly tour show which is on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. with me, your host, Troy Bif Mills. We will keep you on the ball with our variety of guests and, of course, your calls, discussing the facts and the stats and sharing your opinions. Get on the ball and stay on the ball by tuning into On the Ball with Troy Bif Mills on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and also on Facebook and YouTube. Be on the ball. Welcome to another edition of On the Ball here at WINN FM 98.9. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is in your neck of the woods. Actually, today is yesterday in some places, and today is also tomorrow in some places. So wherever you are, thank you for joining On the Ball here, WINN FM 98.9, Tuesday, 4th November. Gosh, the year finished, boy. And so many things I had to do that I ain't get around to do yet. Time really flies. I remember the 1st of January, I told people the year nearly done, eh? Nobody believed me. You see now? Today, the year nearly done. And how you guys like my new haircut and the mustache and the beards and things like that? Well, I trying a thing. I looking at Chicago. No man, I'm only kidding. I understand November is what they call it? Movember. I heard November is now called Movember. Why? It is men and mustache, and it's an indication about something with mental month, mental health month, and all of that, and things like that. So I'm trying a thing in support of it. A few ladies tell me I looking a little more handsome with it, so I should stay with that. So I'm going to consider that. With the ladies saying it's all about the ladies, and ladies run things. So I'm hoping that we're going to have a good program here tonight. We have a bit of this, a bit of that. We have some guests. We have one set of guests in the studio so far. We're expecting another set of guests. Right now we have lawn tennis, not table tennis, lawn tennis, and we're going to have Shamrocks, Coca-Cola Shamrocks Netball Club. They're coming in at about 8 o'clock. But we thank you for joining us. If you're celebrating your birthday today, hey, happy birthday to you. If I could have sung, I would have done it. And if you're celebrating anniversary, happy anniversary to you. Of course, those persons who got a new hairstyle, eyebrows, new fingernails, a baby, a new bicycle, a job, a promotion, whatever it is, congratulations to you. And especially if it's the promotion, well deserved. Those who had birthdays between last week, Wednesday, and yesterday, Monday, happy belated birthday to you, happy belated anniversary. If you're having birthday between tomorrow and next week, what is it, Monday? Happy birthday, happy anniversary in advance. Quite a few people listening. And I have to start with my Brown Hill posse over there in Nevis. My partner tell me every Tuesday night he driving around listening to the program in his car, but he just turn off his car when he going to Brown Hill because everybody have on WINN FM 98.9 listening to On the Ball. So thank you guys for tuning in. And if you have information you want to share about your sporting activities, you can WhatsApp me 6682055. And we're bigging up John Palmer over there in Mansion, the man who keeps the James Harris T20 League going. And who else we have listening? Oh, yes, we have Evie Philip Morris, Evie Morris Philip. Well, Evie, she lives up at, I think it's Pons Pasture, the area on the other side of Proctor Shop up in Newtown. Evie, thank you for listening. We have Anna Hull, we have Larnett Somerset over there in Keon, Green Valley. We have Griffith over there in Green Valley as well. Samuel Tito up in Canada. Hey, buddy, what you saying? Good evening to you. And I'm missing one or two. How could I forget Annie Ann? That beautiful lady over in the Republic of Tabernacle. Hey, Annie Ann, what's up, girl? Thank you for tuning in. Only one thing wrong with you, Annie Ann. You're not from SP where the best be. You have all the other qualities of a SPian, but you should have been from SP where the best be. But anyway, since you know me and we work together, you'll probably get a little piece of visa or something like that for you. Thank you for tuning in. Boy, football kick-off, and it kick off with a blast. And when I say a blast, a real blast for trainer. We're going to talk about that. A lot of notices and apologies flying left, right, center, in between, above and below. At the end of the day, it wasn't a good thing. It was not a good thing. What was the reason for that? And it's something that really developed, that was a mole developing into a mountain, sad to say. And, well, we're going to touch that right now. And what do we have to discuss? We have so much, according to Bob Marley, we got so much things to say right now. We have football, we have cricket. Cricket, the West Indies, New Zealand, they're going to be playing tomorrow, morning. That's coming up. And whether they're going to be winning, losing, I'm not certain. But we know the West Indies, yes, they defeated, just now they had a 3-0 victory against Bangladesh. And they are going to be going to New Zealand, the first T20 international. Then they're going to have some ODIs. And then they're going to have a test match down there as part of the World Test Championship. So they're going to be coming home about the 21st of December, just in time. Leewards, they had a tournament here. We say congratulations to St. Kitts for winning the mixed competition. And for those of you who are not certain what the mixed competition is, they had a limited over competition, which was 3 matches per team. Everybody didn't play everybody. And then they had a 2-day competition. All teams played 2 matches. And again, if you didn't play a country in the 50 over, you play them in the 2-day. And at the end of it, St. Kitts won the tournament with 52 points. Antigua was second with 48. Mikhail Louis of St. Kitts, he set a record and he could have expanded it. He played 5 matches. He had 4 centuries. A total of 592 runs. Could you believe that? That's a lot of runs, you know. That's a lot of batting. 592 runs. He missed 600 by just 8 runs. He missed his 5th century by 10 runs. He made 90. And somebody tell me that Antigua outsmarted him. They didn't want to make his century, so they put on the pace bowlers. And he got out. And the next, I find this interesting. Kyle was 592 runs. And the next person behind him in the aggregate with runs, 399. Nobody tall. So imagine 399 here, nobody tall in 400 here, and then Kyle all the way up here nearly makes 600. A lot of runs here. Half century and centuries, old people tell me, were knocking dogs. Everybody they were like 12 centuries and a few half centuries. And it was a lot of runs. People scoring runs. Kyle had 4 centuries. Boyne took it out of Carlton. Boyne took it out of Nevis. He had 2 centuries, one in the 50 over, one in the 3 there. And a youngster from Antigua, he nearly made a double century. I mean, 195 runs. He missed a double century by 5 runs. Could you imagine that? 5 runs. I'm sure he ball it now, so he balling. But that was a good knock. And right now, I think somebody tell me the selectors balling as well. They have a problem. They got headaches. But the problems are good problems. If it's one time in life, the problems are good problems, it's no. And if one time the headaches are good headaches, it's no. Because they have so many people to choose from, they don't really know what to choose. They have opening bats, a lot of runs there. Middle order, lot of runs. Lower order, lot of runs. Bowlers, wicket keeping. They got headaches, but they're smiling because I don't believe they've been in this position for the last. I haven't seen or heard any team selected yet. And the CG competition that is starting just now, we're going to touch that, give the fixtures. But hey, let's get to lawn tennis. Let's switch to our guests here in the studios. Enough talking. Good evening, folks. Welcome to WINN FM 98.9. You're on the ball. Welcome to On the Ball.
Thank you so much and good evening. Thank you for having us.
And now, boy, there's a beautiful smile. Cameraman showing this beautiful smile, no? She's afraid to turn here. Turn a little more to the camera. Face the camera, it's not going to bite you. No, she's shy. A pretty lady like you, so shy, with such a talent you have. Now, folks, tell us who you are. Tell the people who are listening and watching who you are, your names, what part of Sandy Point you're from. Of course, sorry, what part of St. Kitts you're from. Talk to us.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having me again on the ball. My name is Watkins Shiverton. I'm currently the president of the St. Kitts and Nevis Tennis Association, as well as the head of the junior program.
Good evening. My name is Tuzuria Percival. I've been playing tennis for 5 years, and I live Upper Fines Avenue.
Tuzuriel. Tuzuriel or Tizuriel? Tizuriel?
Tizuriel.
Now, why your mother would give you a name like that? Why she didn't call you Troy or Peter or Sam or something like that? You're going to get me kissing up the tongue and all kind of trying to remember that. But Tizuriel, welcome, Shiverton. Now, what about this beautiful lady here?
I am Tracy Watley. I'm Tizuriel's mom.
Oh, wow. You play tennis, Tizuriel?
No.
Forgive me, Tracy, you play tennis?
No, not like
Oh, you play any kind of sport?
well, tennis.
Oh. That is wonderful. Nice to have you here. Forgive me, the first name is Shiverton or the first name is Watkins? And Watkins is the first name. Thank you folks for coming here at WINN FM 98.9. This is the first time for you, Tizuriel. It's the first time for you, Tracy. We had you on the ball.
Yes, correct.
You were the one down in Peru.
In El Salvador.
Salvador, and we spoke to you via the technology.
Yes.
So how things have been going with lawn tennis here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis? How has your year gone so far?
Pretty good. We literally started and we're focusing on this whole expression of taking our game higher for 2025. This would have involved rebranding the junior program. We now call it the JTI, which is the Junior Tennis Initiative. We also put in place a yearly program where we were focusing on strategic goals with our players. We also were looking at expanding our playing reach, both on the regional and on the international scene, and at the same time expanding the junior program in terms of its participants, as well as hosting more tournaments and the introduction of what we call the inter-club championships. And all of these were just a sample of some of the areas that we thought we wanted to expand on and seek to gain success for 2025. And I'm happy to report that things are going really well at this point in time.
Sounds very good. I'm the president of the St. Kitts and Nevis Table Tennis Association, but you're almost convincing me to come and play table tennis and get involved in lawn tennis.
For sure. Lawn tennis actually is the only sport generally that you can play from 3 to 99 without any risk to yourself and your body. So no matter how old you are, you could take up a tennis racket and just get to the court and have fun.
Table tennis is likewise.
Yes.
The thing about it is, I think a lot of people, they get a false impression when they look at table tennis because the board is just about 5 feet by 9 feet. They don't be running up and down on a football field or cricket field for hours. So they may believe that they don't get enough out of it because that space is so small. But once you play table tennis and you're into the game for about 5 minutes, you're going to be sweating more than if you run up and down.
Yes. And
you're using all sorts of the body, bending, twisting, turning, running, digging. Of course, you're using the brain as well, the reflexes. And a table tennis ball could travel as fast as 90 miles per hour at its fastest speed.
Yes.
And that is science speaking. That is not me. That is science.
Correct.
So it's just that it may not happen often because there are some guys who really hit that ball really tremendous. But what can it sound like you're having a wonderful time with lawn tennis and you've been developing and you have been sending players out to various competitions. And I think there was a Miss Harris She went to some competition. Atiba's daughter, Atiba Harris's daughter, she went to some competition.
They had the junior, Pan Am Junior Games in Paraguay this year. And she was the one who represented it, saying it's in the female competition part of the event.
And you again in El Salvador.
Yes.
At some time earlier.
Yes. Tuzuriel also was there. He was one of the players that represented St. Kitts in that competition, and they did us proud in so many ways. Our females were able to reach the semi-finals and were just practically 3 points short of making it to the finals.
That can hurt, man.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, the Mexican and the Santo Domingan team outdid them in just, a couple of seconds, you could say. But Tuzuriel had a tremendous performance. In fact, from since that event, and we have seen his growth curve accelerated exponentially.
Wow.
He currently is a 4-time champion, participating in the events, the Chateaus in St. Vincent and Barbados. He has won in singles and doubles event at a very young age. He has participated in the team events in Trinidad and Tobago, where they did us proud again. And this year, we have a lot more in store for them. Though just 2 more months, still a lot more activities that we have planned. In fact, as we are speaking, we have 2 of our players, Brandon Brisbane and Shreya Wawat, who are in Barbados participating in an International Tennis Federation World Junior Championships.
Brandon Brisbane and
Shreya Wawat.
Shreya
Rawat.
Wawat.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Correct. But Tuzuriel at his age, and I'll let him speak for himself.
Well, yes, we're going to get to you.
He has matured, surprisingly, in a short time, because you could say in a year plus, his performance and where he has achieved tremendous success at this age, reaching semifinals and finals and winning, even on the local scene, speaks for itself. And we're very proud of his accomplishments, and we're just praying and hoping that he stays healthy and continues on the trajectory that he's on with his player pathway, and that can only yield tremendous results. So you're seeing a champion in the making at this point in time.
That's very, very good. Talk to us, Tizurel. How old are you again? What school do you go to? What form are you in?
I'm in grade 6. I'm 11 years old, and I go to Seventh-day Adventist Primary School.
Seventh-day Adventist Primary School. We have to keep our eyes on Seventh-day Adventist Primary School. Something to keep up there. They've been doing well in sports over the last few years. When I was the director of culture, we had a steel band program in Seventh-day Adventist, and they were one of the most dynamic primary schools when it comes to that steel band program. The principal there, who I dealt with, very dynamic. She always wanted the best for the school, the best for her students. And I know from a football point of view that you folks are working with the security forces, part of them. Do you play football by chance?
No, I used to.
Mm-hmm. But just the lawn tennis now?
Yeah.
Okay, that is wonderful. Now, grade 6, Seventh-day Adventist. How long have you been, like you said you were 11, how long have you been playing tennis? When you started playing?
In, I think, 2022.
2022.
Yeah,
That's about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, how did you get into it?
So when I used to play football, then COVID had hit, so football couldn't play anymore.
Mm.
Then I started watching tennis. Then my mother said I should play tennis. Then I played tennis. Then I didn't like it at first, but then I liked it at the end. So
what caused you to go from not liking it to liking it?
Because I got better. Because I think I wasn't improving. Then I started improving.
Oh, okay. And so you put in more. So when your mom suggested to you, hey, try tennis, did you readily jump up and say yes? Did you give her any little, my mom, how did you handle that?
I I didn't want to play tennis because I still wanted to play football.
Mm-hmm.
So
And she tell you, well, hey, if you don't, she gonna cut your free time and all kind of things or whatever.
no.
But you just got on.
Yeah.
So, do you think you made the right choice, shifting from football to tennis?
Yeah.
I could understand why. Since you have started playing, tell us about the competitions you have been involved in, the achievements you've had, the countries you've gone to.
So I've been to St. Vincent, El Salvador, Barbados, Trinidad, and St. Lucia. Suriname, yeah, Suriname.
Wow.
Antigua. Oh my days.
Anguilla.
Oh yeah, Anguilla.
Shucks. Shucks, man, you're traveling more than a plane. And before we get to your achievements, you go to these countries, you're 11. I suspect you may have seen people you're competing with a little bigger than you physically. How did you feel about that? Were you thinking, why, these guys too big for me, boy, they're going to beat me or they're going to lose? How were you thinking? Tell us about that.
I was thinking, like, it really doesn't matter how you look, it matters how you play.
Wow. Those are powerful words, boy. It doesn't matter how you look, it matters how you play.
Yeah.
Serious? So you never used to get butterfly and frightened and afraid and nothing?
No.
Wow. That's powerful. I like that. And did any of them try to intimidate you, boy, mind you small, boy, bigger than you, are going to mash you up, are going to beat you up?
No.
No? Okay. Do you play doubles games or just singles?
Singles and doubles.
Which one do you prefer playing? Singles? Singles, why?
Because if I'm playing doubles, most of the time I have to carry because they mostly put me with a bad player. But I don't mind with the bad player because I still getting extra playing time, but that's okay.
When you say a bad player, I'm thinking you really mean a player who perhaps is not as good as you are.
No, that's good.
Not as good.
So you blame Mr. Shiverton for that?
No.
You know, why not?
Because you have to pick your own doubles partner, and most of the time, I've been arriving late, and that's the only reason why.
That sounds wonderful. We're going to come back to you about your achievements, but we go to Mommy, and we're going to find out from Mommy as she's here. Since she's stepping, all she's doing is smiling. I'm sure if they had a smiling competition, she will win that easily. Tracy, we're going back to 2-3 years ago when you told Tizuriel, because of COVID, try tennis. Why you told him that?
I think Tizuriel is exaggerating a bit.
Pull the mic a little closer.
I think Tizuriel is exaggerating a bit, but I guess it's his vantage point in terms of how things look. He was very much into football at a very young age. He used to attend the grassroots programs and that. But after COVID came and everything shut down, the only thing that was still technically playing was tennis. And, he started getting a little chubby.
Oh.
So I said, well, Tizuriel, we have to find some way to get moving. And, tennis was very inviting. And I like tennis. And so I said, let's try tennis.
Did you play the game?
I did at a younger age.
At a younger age?
Yes.
Okay. How good were you?
I don't think very good. But I liked the game and I loved watching the game. So I said, Del Tizuriel, let's try. And at a very early age, he just automatically latched on to it. So we just continued playing, and I didn't give him much of a choice. So I figure out he gets to play other sports, but on his own now, he is coming into understanding, okay, this is why I rather tennis than this other sport. And for me, he didn't have much of a sportsmanship. So in football, he will get angry because, you're playing with a team and you don't have much control over what anybody else does. So that's why I placed him on the tennis court. Can't vex with nobody but himself. And I think it's working very well.
It paid dividends.
Yes.
Yes. The teamwork and the football you mentioned, that's a good thing because you're going to have everybody. You're not playing on your own. You have different thoughts, different processes, different thinking, everything. And you make a mistake, sometimes you have 10 people in football getting down on you, apart from the coaches, etc., etc., which is really good for development, really,
Yes.
because you need to move out of your shell now, and you have to be responsible for what is happening with other players, be it good or bad, and things like that. I like the idea. And in terms of prepping him equipment-wise, how challenging was that for you?
It's very challenging, especially with Tizuriel, who breaks a racket a month.
Wow. It's so much power he hits the ball, what do you mean?
Bad habits.
Mm.
He has been. We've been trying to work through those bad habits. He's becoming better. We are also, experimenting to with what racket works best for him. So he's on his third brand
Wow.
for the year. We are down about a couple thousands of dollars because one racket could cost run you on the lower end at least 1,000 EC
Wow.
when you buy,
You-
ship, bring. So
And you want a decent racket.
yes, because the racket is just a part of your arm, and so it does make a difference. And don't talk about the shoes. Shoes last for 3 months,
Wow.
the most, especially too because he's now sliding, and so the soles don't last very long. So yes, it's very hefty. It's a very expensive sport, but I find all sports are expensive. And I guess it is what you should know what you want out of it for your
Of
child.
course.
So you give that support.
Can I anyway encourage you guys to try table tennis? The rackets are not so expensive. The shoes
I see him looking at different rackets. I think it's a racket thing for him because he looks at badminton, he looks at table tennis, he looks at also pickleball, and I guess for him
Pickleball?
too- yes, I guess for
look at
him
pickleball?
he is looking at technique too, because there are certain techniques that you can pick up from in terms of what it is. So I do see him taking around a bit with the different racket sports.
That is really wonderful. And pickleball, there's a group of persons who introduced it, I think it was last month. They have a court over at Kearn High School and they played some games there. I think they expanding to St. Peter's. They're going to be looking at Sandy Point shortly with a view at, according to how it develops in the schools, there may be a pickleball competition sometime next year, God's Spear.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
So, Cyril Do?
Douglas Watt.
Douglas Watley, okay. Cyril Do is the man really driving it. He's originally from Challengers. He lives overseas. He's been here last month. Douglas Watley is one of the key persons involved, I know. Do you by chance sing Calypso?
No, I don't.
Do you sing? Oh, okay. Somebody tell the apple to fall far from the tree, roll down the hill, go on a boat, go to the next country. I say that because that means Big Lice is a relative of yours as well. Okay, I understand that. But it is interesting, and it's always a good thing to get these youngsters involved. And I started with a lot of energy, and because of what I just remembered, and I'm going to interject it here, it's a sad moment. We were told today that we can no longer use technically the St. Johnson Community Center for table tennis. There isn't any place up there to store boards. So we have to go. So we have to apologize to the parents in the Bastia region, especially in West Bastia, that, well, we're going to have some meetings, but as of today, and our boards were actually put outside. They moved from inside in a secured area, moved outside. I've been extremely heartbroken, and the suggestion came that we move them, store them someplace, and when we want to use them, we move them back up, and when we finish, we carry them back. Logistically, that's a challenge, and of course, there's a financial thing to that. That's going to be like $500-$700 to move them each time, and we already don't have funding, and you would know the challenges when it comes to
Of
funding
course.
for your association. And we don't charge the children.
Right.
Almost every time me and the treasurer got a fight, he's saying, well, boy, one other sports, football and a track and field, they charge for the coaching and the development. And why not even charge a little something? But
It might be a barrier to get
yes,
in.
that is it. It might discourage persons from sending their children because table tennis is already one of the minor sports, and lawn tennis, we're held above us, and congratulations with the good job you're doing. And that really hurt me. So we have to write some letters to see that, to get tables allowed, find some solution. But to have your boards put on the outside,
That's hard.
Yeah.
it's really tough, and it's unfortunate that I have to mention it. I'm going to get some stick for it, but that is the reality. We took a video, and I could have easily posted the video on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and all them kind of things, and it would have gone viral easily. But I'm not that type of way, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to have resolution.
Yeah.
Because here we are, the St. Kitts and Nevis Table Tennis Association, trying to help the government to reduce crime and violence by getting the youngsters involved. And our boards are going to put outside. It didn't go down well with me at all, and it's not going out. And forgive me for a change in the attitude and the energy, because it's hurting. It's hurting me. When we, the executive members and the coaches, putting monies from out our pockets to make sure these projects and programs going. And I must compliment the St. Kitts and Nevis Olympic Committee and thank them for assisting us, the assistance to the St. Kitts and Nevis Table Tennis Association, the SKNTTA, but not only ourselves, all the other national sporting associations here. And what's even more painful, we are sending 5 players to the OECS Table Tennis Senior Table Tennis Championship. They're leaving on Thursday. So while that is happening, this is happening. Yeah, big positive step, and then you're going to have these backlogs. But anyway, we have to speak to the necessary authorities in both sports and the community, and we're hoping that we could have a much more amicable solution to that. But well, sorry to bother you with my pains and crying on your shoulder, but it's just that it touched the nerve when we spoke about it.
We can sympathize and empathize.
Yep.
It's not like we have.
We don't have anything.
We don't have anything either. So.
Yeah. There are challenges across the board. But one of the things I wanted to really present to those parents and persons who are thinking of where do I send my child, or what activity I could get them engaged in, what area that can assist them with their academics, with their healthy lifestyle, with their social lifestyle. We want to offer them the opportunity to be a part of our junior program. Our junior program accepts children from as early as 5 once they have developed their motor skills.
5?
Right up to late teens. And they can come and they can literally have their kids move from a beginner right to the different stages of development in a quick time.
Well, you have it
Right,
here.
exactly.
From 8 years to 11 years, already gone.
That's 3 years.
That's 3 years. St. Vincent, St. Lucia, El Salvador, Trinidad and Tobago, Suriname, Antigua, Anguilla,
Correct.
CAC championships, etc., etc.
Correct.
So you are living proof of what can be achieved
That's correct.
in just 3 years, and you're just 11.
Yeah.
So if you get 25 years, and I'm being kind of modest here, worth of playing tennis at 36, and that's just 36. And guys are going playing sport much older.
Correct. And especially at this age, because between 8 to 11, those are what they call the formative accelerated growth stage. 12, 13, 14 is the specialization stage. That is when they are set that, okay, I'm going to play tennis. This is going to be my lifestyle, my coach, my career. And I'm going to work to enhance my accelerated growth. If you look internationally right now, the last 5 years, most of the persons who have won the Grand Slam events have been either 18 or 19. And what does that tell you? The junior program is working globally. and it is yielding tremendous results at an accelerated rate. So much so that that result translates now into championships, you see. So that is what we are trying to get everybody to understand, that it works. Most of the times they have a headache, as I said. Where do I send my kid? Well, you send them to tennis, send them to table tennis, send them to some sport that is going to focus on their development, their networking, their academic success. Because again, sports always enhance your academics, because your brain gets accelerated growth, your critical thinking skills get developed or honed immediately, your ability to troubleshoot problems. You are down 5-love and you could troubleshoot a problem to turn the match around. What are the things I have to do? I have to make changes, I have to make adjustments, I have to believe in myself, I have to get the kind of intestinal fortitude and the grit to fight through these difficulties. And as you always see, the match just turns around. So it gives you those skills. So when you take that now into school, it's the same thing. An exam comes, I could be able to recall, troubleshoot, adjust, and get the success that I sought to do. Get in the working world, the same thing, you see. So we want to give them that opportunity. The program starts normally from September, the first semester goes to December. Then we pause, we restart again the moment the year turns over, and we go accelerated down to June, where we get them prepped for teams competition in February, teams competition in July, individual competitions at Easter, individual competitions at August, more individual competition October. Because the thing about tennis is that it's not a seasonal sport.
Exactly.
Every day, every week, there is some competition. You know? So it's for us trying to, get them in those macro and mesocycles where they're constant training, 5-6 days a week, getting ourselves behind them, behind their parents, and getting them out and helping them to see what is the outcome that we're trying to achieve, get buy-in, get an understanding that this is the path that we want them to be on. And generally, with acceptance, we get these type of results. And he's just one of many of our children
examples
who are accelerating at a very young age. In fact, let me just put one little comment here.
Tell us.
When we rejoined the team's competition in Trinidad a year and a half ago, and when we landed in Trinidad, you know what the general comment from all the other countries were? St. Kitts was play tennis. Because they hadn't seen St. Kitts on that arena, in that arena for years. And then when after the first 2 days, the mouth changed. You know what they were saying? What are y'all doing up there? They saw 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds beating them, and beating them in a way that showcasing their talent. So it was not just a little unorthodox win, no. They had skill, they had great forehands, they had great ground strokes, they were winning the doubles. They had the Trinidad doubles team like this.
Trinidad?
The champions, yeah.
Wow.
They only lost by 2 points.
Whoa.
And if they had maintained the poise and focus, they would have beaten them. So the end of the week now, everybody start lying with saying, it's like, what you guys doing up there?
You're the team.
Yeah, how long is she playing? How long he playing? That has been the comment, and I'm not lying. That is the reality, that we are making waves in the region. Everybody is afraid to play St. Kitts now.
I could
You
imagine.
understand? Because our players we were there to appear, we went to compete, now we are here to win. And that is what the step progress that we've achieved, and are seeking to continue that progress.
You're listening to On the Ball here at WINN FM 98.9. I'm Troy Bif Mills, your host. We have in studio with us live and lively the St. Kitts and the Nevis Tennis Association. Not table tennis. I'm table tennis. These guys are tennis. And put it another way, lawn tennis. You might know it as lawn tennis association. We have Mr. Shiverton with us. We have Tuzel with us. Tuzuriel, pardon me. And we have Zuri. But I can tell you that Zuri with us. And his mom, Tracy. And I think I'm doing a good job convincing them to give up lawn tennis and come over to table tennis. I'm only kidding with that. But hey, you could be part of the program if you have any questions to ask, suggestions, concerns. You want to congratulate the youngster. You can give us a call, 466-0989. And I perhaps should have sent the links to you so you could have shared them with your persons. I could still do that. If you are in, where is this now? The UK, you can call 033-344-0065. And I big up Chris Collins in the UK. He tunes in with us. And there's another Chris in Texas. Forgive me, Chris. He's actually from St. Lucia. He's into football and netball. He has administration, sports administration in Texas. But he loves to tune into the program, and of course, he makes his suggestions, he gives his compliments. Thanks a lot, Chris. We really appreciate that. And in the USA, you call 718-285-6984. 718-285-6984. In Canada, you call 305-921-4619. And we are streaming live on Facebook as well as YouTube, www.facebook.com/WINNFM, WINNFM, www.youtube.com this is long. We got to do something about this. UCENEB. Give me a break. Let me take a breath. MHKAAEYQ. Wow, I'm still talking. -AXNRBLW. I got to fire me producer. Producer, we got to do something about this long YouTube thing.
Maybe just a link.
Well, yeah, it is a link, of course, but we got to fix it. So, we're going to take a little break right now, and we will be right back. Stick and stay, don't go away. We're going to be back in a few more, I nearly said table tennis, more tennis talk.
98.9 is WINN FM.
Tune in to Creative Voices, the ultimate radio call-in program where innovation meets inspiration. Join me, Dr. Sarah Owen, as I welcome brilliant Caribbean creatives and innovators for engaging sessions that promise to spark your creativity. Don't miss this unique opportunity to interact with our guests, ask your burning questions, and gain insights that could elevate your own creative endeavors. Tune in every other Friday from 10 a.m. to midday. Get inspired. Let your voice be heard. Mark your calendars and prepare to embark on a journey of creativity and innovation with Creative Voices.
Do you want to know what's happening in sport? Tune in to On the Ball, a weekly tour show which is on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. with me, your host, Troy Bif Mills. We will keep you on the ball with our variety of guests and, of course, your calls, discussing the facts and the stats and sharing your opinions. Get on the ball and stay on the ball by tuning into On the Ball with Troy Bif Mills on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and also on Facebook and YouTube. Be on the ball. Welcome back to On the Ball here at WINN FM 98.9. We are talking tennis, not table tennis, lawn tennis on this occasion. We have Zuri here, an up-and-going champion. And while we went to the break, a gentleman who normally listens, I guess he felt sorry for us with our boards being kicked out the community center. We've been kicked out the community center. And I got a WhatsApp. We'd like to get a table tennis board in Mansion. Could you imagine that? We are being kicked out of one community center and somebody else out there asking for a board. Montezuma, we're going to give you a call and we're going to discuss that, because really the plan is to have a table tennis board in all the community centers around the island, St. Kitts and Nevis. But we also want to ensure that we have coaches to go there to do the program, because we don't want them to be in a corner getting cobweb. Because sad to say, if we leave them there, persons go there having weddings, they're having dances, they're having parties, and the entire board, it is broken down into halves. But there's a locking mechanism, and people don't know that, and people just pull them down, break them down, mash them up to put cook up and go water on. They don't get tables, and they're using our boats to put cook up and go water on in community centers. Come on, man. Give a break. So Montezuma, thanks for coming up with that solution. We are going to talk about that. I hope you're going to get involved. I know you played some cricket. I hope you and your family going to get involved. And you mentioned something, Shiverton, starting at young ages. When I was the director of culture, we had drumming in high school. We stepped down to primary school. I called my drumming specialist, Roy Phipps, one day, and said, Roy, I believe in bending the tree when it's young. What are your thoughts about doing drumming in preschool?
Tennis in preschool?
No, drumming. I was the director of culture.
Oh,
African
okay.
Drumming.
Well, yes, for sure.
The man built me, the only thing he ain't give me is a bad word. We're talking about and something. And we sit down and we trash it out and decide, okay, let's try it out.
In preschool, you said?
Preschool.
Okay, well, once again, that they
Preschool.
have their motor skills developed, and it wouldn't hurt. I have a nephew, actually, and since he was a baby, he's been drumming.
And I subscribe to that.
Yeah. So,
You have any young babies, Tracy? Tisorial. Well, time for you to go back in the ring, and when you get another baby, if you see him beating the eating everything, buy a drum and give him.
yeah.
If you see him kicking, buy football and give him. If you see him singing every minute, buy something. Whatever you see your children doing, don't discourage them.
Correct.
Because they're bringing out the energy, that intrinsic talent within them. They're bringing it out. So support them. So we're back to you, Zuru. You've been here everywhere. Tell us about the various competitions and the positions you've placed.
In 2023 St. Vincent, I reached the finals for singles and the winner for mixed doubles. Then Barbados 2024.
You won the mixed doubles. Your partner was from SK?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then for 2024 Barbados, I didn't make it through for the singles, and we reached the semi-finals for doubles in Barbados 2024. Then in Trinidad 2024, we did good, but we placed seventh.
That's teams or singles?
Teams.
Then
that's when you lost by 3 points.
No, the females lost by
was
3
the
points.
females.
Okay.
Yes.
Then Antigua, I won the singles, but we didn't have enough players to do the doubles. Now,
And what year was that? 2020?
2024.
Okay.
Now in 2025, for the Barbados competition, I placed first in the singles and doubles.
Wow.
Then in El Salvador, I didn't come out the main draw for singles, and we lost the first game for the doubles. Then
In the major.
In the main draw. Then Trinidad, we placed 7th again. We did good. But then Suriname, I reached the semi-finals for the singles and the finals for doubles. Now, after that was St. Vincent. I reached the finals for singles and quarterfinals for doubles, and that's it.
Okay. So you're basically getting into the semis and the finals, winning some in some cases and missing out in other. I think overall, this sends a very positive picture. In terms of the competitions, you recall the names of the competitions, Pan Am Games, CAC Games.
The El Salvador was the HITIC, J-I-T-I-C, but it's pronounced HITIC since it's a Spanish country. TIC.
TIC.
Right.
Okay.
In Trinidad is the COTEC U12 teams competition. In St. Vincent is the Chatoyas competition. The St. Lucia is I forgot the name they gave the St. Lucia, but that's also a U14 and a U12.
And were there any Pan Am Games, CAC Games?
Well, he didn't make that because he's too young for the CAC and the Pan Am Games.
Okay.
You would have to be at least 14 to participate in those
but
events.
the rate at which you're going, by the time you're ready for Pan Am, you should be a very sound and solid player. Provided, of course, you keep practicing and doing work. You mentioned in terms of the mental, and it's so important because when you're out there, you have to analyze, which is analytics, problem solving. How come every time he play that way, he winning the point? Is it because I'm late off the mark? I'm not reading the spin properly? I'm not keeping my racket properly? Whatever the solutions you're coming with, maybe I'm leaning too much on the left. I don't know. So it allows you to think. So it develops the mental element.
Correct.
And once you keep playing, you're going to start to go fast. You're going to come big quick, so mommy going to have quite a bit of money to spend, not only on the rackets now, but clothes and shoes, because you're running up and down and with the stretching. Like basketballers, they normally get very big, very quick.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
So he already started going fast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to continue because he's only 11. By the time he's 12, 13, soon you're going to be watching up so way up in the air to watch him. And that is a good thing. And your personality, I must commend you for it. You're extremely comfortable. You're intelligent. And the way you talk, the ease in talking, that is tremendous. You don't have too many 11-year-olds talking with that confidence, the expression. Good grammar as well. As a matter of fact, some 17, 18-year-old, but you're talking like a well-rounded sportsman, which is good. That is excellent, as a matter of fact. And I believe we at the national associations, we need to teach our athletes that.
Correct.
You're having an excellent interview here. And no doubt in those places, if it hasn't happened as yet, they're going to be coming with a camera. What do you think and what it is and how the question, similar questions to what I'm asking. Yeah, sorry.
They did this in you tell him.
In St. Vincent, I had to do an interview. Well, I did decent, but I didn't do as well as I'm doing right now.
Oh, okay. So that is good that you're honest with yourself. You're critiquing yourself, which is good. So you know now how to improve on what. And you just said that you're improving here now. So when they go back, you're going to mash it up, you're going to ace it, which is really good. So it's up to us, the executive and now different sporting fraternities, to interview, make sure our athletes go there, our junior athletes, youth athletes go out. So when they're in that position, they're confident.
Correct.
Because what you're not only selling yourself, you're selling the country as well. You're an ambassador. And, mommy, we got a serious problem with boys. How much challenges, if any, you have had with Zooey?
I haven't had much challenges with him otherwise than the normal
boys being
boys thing, boys being boys in terms of, and then going through his
adolescent
spurt and adolescent stage. So he's been pretty good. So I must commend him for that. He's very dedicated, and even though sometimes he probably is tired and don't want to go. He gets up and he puts in the work. So I am very proud of him for that, because I can see it eventually paying out big for him. I laughed because in his last interview in St. Lucia, in St. Vincent, he was there telling them how he happy that I have supported him in his tennis career, and I'm thinking, oh, tennis career. I'm happy to see the thinking behind that. He is, he's thinking that what he's doing now is a career, so he's going to put the effort and the hard work into it.
That's wonderful, and I compliment you, youngster. And you're gonna have persons who call themselves your friends. At some point, they may try to discourage you for various reasons. I am an advocate of, yes, the government has decriminalized marijuana, but I have a problem with a lot of young people smoking. Females even.
Yeah.
You see everybody with a joint either in the mouth, in the ear, behind people who are on the job and they're smoking. Smoking it in public. It's like a show, it's a fashion. I have a serious problem with that.
Me too.
I have a serious problem with that. And I don't know about you, Shiverton, but I thank the Lord that I do not know of any table tennis player in St. Kitts and Nevis who smokes. I don't know. Listen to me, I'm not saying that they don't, but I don't know. I don't see signs, I don't hear anything. I don't have any smelling of that. And other sporting fraternities can't say that, and I could say that boastfully. I don't know how challenged you are with it, but...
Yeah, we don't also hear or know of any case of any of our athletes, because one of the things that is the benefit of tennis is a social sport.
Exactly.
And it teaches positive values, intrinsic values that normally you don't necessarily hear at such an early age. But at a very early age, we get them to understand this. And that's why, to some extent, during the match, you shake hands, it's love, you interact with each other, and whether you lose or not, you have to go and shake the umpire's hand. So therefore, those type of things translate into these values. In addition to that, we also educate them as to the WADA principles, which is anti-doping, which of course agency. All of those body influencing drugs are prohibited substances. So at least we also are trying to push that knowledge on them early so they could understand it's a clean sport. And then lastly, in terms of their responsibility for themselves, meaning their sleep patterns, their eating patterns, looking after themselves with alcohol and drugs. These are areas that we also focus on so they can see from an early age, you know what, I need to look after me the best way.
Wonderful.
And keeping away from these things which are altering to the body, that which we, to some extent, are happy that the message is being sent and the message is being received. Because most of our athletes, they're very respectful. And in addition to that, the way they carry themselves, they're not on the street liming. They're not around the place. It's all about getting to the court, listening to my coach, listening to my parent, and trying to do the association and by extension the nation well. And I think they've done a really good job. Over the years, we have had so many athletes that have passed through our arms. Many have gone on to scholarships because of tennis. And that is another area that we're trying to revitalize, meaning that trying to partner with several schools and several coaches and other international agencies that could give them those opportunities that we didn't have as much, which are so frequent now. Because, for example, in speaking to Antigua, one of our counterparts, he literally pushes his athletes, the moment they're 15, he pushes them to a boarding school, which is a tennis school, which gives them the opportunity to play the game at a high school level and then get into the collegiate level and then into the university level. So, and he says it's been doing well. So we tried it meeting with the parents, with some of those persons who are scouts who do that, and one of them went off this year.
Oh, that's good.
In the person of Khalil Bowers, and he also was one of our number one athletes, who we also got out at the age of 9.
Wow.
To Antigua and other places, and his growth was accelerated, and he became one of the best at his age. So now he's in a school in the U.S. That is going to give him the opportunity to play tennis.
Zuri, we have just a few more seconds, so to speak. Time has really flown down, poof, puff, and our guest is there. But I'm going to come back to you for your final words, and you as well, ma'am. But in terms of you, Zuri, youngsters who are not into sports or perhaps on the wrong road, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, try to fix yourself. So, because if you keep on going on the wrong road, think of you in 10 years. What would happen to you in 10 years?
Ouch. That's deep. That's really deep. Would you recommend to people to try lawn tennis?
Yes.
Why?
Because lawn tennis or tennis, it's a thinking game. You have to use your mind, and your mind moves everything in your body.
I love that. That's powerful. What about your man?
I would always recommend tennis, yes, to parents. It's a safe space. You don't have to worry about the influence of drugs and all those other things, because it is the coaches, I want to say a very big thank you for them. They have been really looking out for the players and for Tizuriel, and they are really, really doing an awesome job. I always tell Tizuriel that, guess what? In tennis, you must get a game. You're not going to sit on the side waiting to know if you're making the team. You are guaranteed at least 4 games, 3 games every single time.
I love that.
If you're looking for a sport that you know definitely you can train, work towards something, you don't have to wait to hear if a team being called. You just get and try tennis.
I like that. Very inspirational indeed. Now, Coach, the number, if my daughter or my son want to get involved in tennis, do you have a number I could call?
Sure, definitely. My number, and you can call me anytime. That's 762-9820. We also 762-9820.
And
we also have
the name
our
for the
sure, the Shiverton.
Okay.
And we also have our Facebook page, Instagram page, and our web page at www.tennisskn.org. And for Facebook and Instagram, it's just Tennis SKN. And you could get our contact information. We have our digital forms that you could sign your kids up and get them registered in the program.
Sponsors,
well,
we want to thank.
Well, a lot of sponsors over the years. Hobson Enterprises have been one of our perennial sponsors. Rams have been really good sponsors. The SKNOC, the cable, these are persons. Gentons International in Canada. Wow. They're ones who are always here donating equipment and giving us little things that are for the kids. They're so much interested in investing with the children. His mantra is, put a racket in the youngster hand rather than a gun.
Wow.
That's his thing. And
that's tremendous.
Exactly. And we've had a wonderful relationship with him since
What's
2019.
That name again?
Gentons International.
Okay.
That's Barry Jacobson, as one of our overseas sponsors who have always stood behind us. My thing is, we want to grow the program. We want to take tennis in the rural areas again, and some of the upcoming activities that we will see soon is a tennis festival.
Oh, that's
right.
When you're thinking about that.
Initially, we earmarked it for October, But because of how things have been going, tournament-wise and weather-wise, we're looking at an alternative date, perhaps maybe late this month into early next month to get that going. And what that will be is just literally taking rackets, for example, setting up a little party-style atmosphere. We put the rackets in the street or the park or whatever it is, and we introduce the community to tennis. So they could see the benefits, so they could see the personas, the faces, so they could see what the program looks like and give them an opportunity to try it out. Let the kids come in, knock a ball, see what it looks like, and then you register.
If Joshua doesn't come to the mountain is
take
coming
it.
to Joshua.
That's correct. Yeah.
What do you have, final question, what do you have coming up immediately on your calendar? Anything for the year, locally or regionally, apart from that event? Any competitions?
Yes. Currently, we're finishing what we started in the early part of the year, which is the Interclub Championships. So that's going to be on Saturday.
Saturday when?
Yes, Saturday. Coming.
Okay.
And then next month, we're going to have a Tri-Nation event where St. Kitts will be competing against Antigua and St. Lucia right here in St. Kitts.
Wow, that's
the challenge obviously is court because the facilities need a lot of repair.
When you're fixing the one in Sandy Point?
But we're waiting for the top officials to assist us with that. We've given them all that they need.
Because there was a club started in
correct top spinners,
but they basically vanished because they don't have a
facility.
I know. A facility.
But just like you cried when you see what happened, when those cracks occurred and the state of the court, I cried to see what it's like. You had trees going out of the court, you know.
My son was playing and I went overseas by a racket or two game and the racket home game cobweb, so to speak. I mean, nothing. And the club top spinners, they were really moving along.
Yeah, man, they had a fantastic couple of years.
A lot of energies.
Yeah.
And they fade away. They
tennis carnival and all that.
Pitch marble around us now because the court's there.
Yeah.
But Shiverton, we thank you. We thank you, Zuri. We thank you, Tracy, for being here. We must thank you as the parent pushing Zuri. Make sure he does his schoolwork, eh? No schoolwork, no sports. I mean, I believe in that.
Actually, flip that. Sport gonna make sure this schoolwork gets done because he gets the oxygen in his brain and they're ready and relaxed to do it. There's studies to show that kids who play sports, especially tennis, excel academically.
Correct.
Above the normal student. So I always encourage them, don't punish them with the sport. Let them play the sport, and that's going to make them do better in school.
And for 7 day, I'm really proud of the 7 day.
Yes.
We have for some years you haven't heard a lot, but for the last few years we've been hearing a lot about them. And they're coming on with track and field. 7 day got a big tennis star they going on, Badman, Zuri. So Mama, I thank you for the support you've been giving him, you and the family circles. And don't be afraid to punish him, eh? Some tough love is necessary. And put you in line. I don't think you're stepping up because your personality, what I'm seeing here, I'm really much impressed. I encourage you, Zuri, to keep that. Don't follow the company, don't follow the crowd. You might be alone out there. That's okay. That's okay. The road to success is not easy. And a lot of people will try to push you off that road, discourage you from that road. But just keep going. And coach, and your position is what again at the
president?
You're the president, forgive me.
Yes.
And I must commend you and your association for the work you're doing, and you personally, because I'm seeing the love, I'm seeing the interest, I'm seeing the passion. You're not just the president, you're doing it with the love and all of that. And table tennis, forgive me, table tennis, lawn tennis, I could feel the energy. We could see it going places. And we commend you and your team for the work you're doing. And we congratulate you and keep on working.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having us.
Indeed.
Good night, everyone.
You'll be listening to an interview live and lively with the St. Kitts and Nevis Tennis Association, that is lawn tennis. And we've had in the studios Mr. Watkins Shiverton, the president, Mr. Tizuriel Percival, top tennis player here in the male player here in the federation, up and going on 11 years and has achieved quite a lot in that short time. And he's future is looking extremely bright, and we've had his mom here, Tracy Watley, who promised she's going to start to play, get back into playing sometime. And we thank you and wish you all the best. Stick and stay, don't go away. We have the Coca-Cola Shamrocks here. They've been around for life since before my mother met my father. They've been around. So that's so long. Stick and stay. We're going to take a short break just for the transitioning, and we will be right back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well done.
Do you want to know what's happening in sport? Tune into On the Ball, a weekly tour show which is on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. with me, your host, Troy Bif Mills. We will keep you on the ball with our variety of guests and, of course, your calls, discussing the facts and the stats and sharing your opinions. Get on the ball and stay on the ball by tuning into On the Ball with Troy Bif Mills on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and also on Facebook and YouTube. Be on the ball. Do you want to know what's happening in sport? Tune into On the Ball, a weekly tour show which is on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. with me, your host, Troy Bif Mills. We will keep you on the ball with our variety of guests and, of course, your calls, discussing the facts and the stats and sharing your opinions. Get on the ball and stay on the ball by tuning into On the Ball with Troy Bif Mills on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and also on Facebook and YouTube. Be on the ball. Do you want to know what's happening in sport? Tune into On the Ball, a weekly tour show which is on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. with me, your host, Troy Bif Mills. We will keep you on the ball with our variety of guests and, of course, your calls, discussing the facts and the stats and sharing your opinions. Get on the ball and stay on the ball by tuning into On the Ball with Troy Bif Mills on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and also on Facebook and YouTube. Be on the ball. Welcome back to On the Ball here at WINN FM 98.9, and we are on the last leg, so to speak. I'm hoping my producer will allow me to get some time, if for one reason, because we have three beautiful ladies here And I know he gonna give me the 10 because he loved to see the 3 beautiful ladies here. Appreciate Mr. Raspy of Top House Sounds. Thank you, I really appreciate that. We have with us, how should I put this? How should I really put this? One of the netball power, the netball powerhouses here in St. Kitts and Nevis. I've been hearing about these guys since before my mother met my father. That's how long they've been around. And I think from what I'm trying to remember, I'm not certain if they are the oldest sporting team group in the federation or the second. Garden Hotspurs, I think they're up in the 50s. I can't remember. If they're 50 more than these, 50 less than who we're going to have coming up, I'm not certain. But hey, I need to stop all this talking and get to these beautiful ladies. But then again, the more talk, the longer the show is and the longer they stay here, and I enjoy the beauty more. We have 3 lovely ladies here in the studio. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
First time at WINN FM 98.9.
Yes.
First time, yes.
And for obviously first time on the ball, welcome. It's nice to have you. And I think I'm going to have you ladies here much more often. And could you tell us about yourselves, who you are? Starting on mini, mo.
My name is Nikisha Jeffers. I'm the president of the Shamrock Netball Club. I'm originally from Newtown. I think that's all I want to share for now.
Originally from Newtown,
I'm from Newtown. Yes.
Suggesting that you're not living in Newtown.
I'm not living at Newtown.
Oh, okay. So perhaps I need to consider taking back your visa from Newtown then. Or your passport.
Never.
My dear.
Hi, good night. My name is Adiel Shiverton. I am the PRO of the Shamrock Netball Club, and I am living in St. Peter's, but roots are very strong from McKnight.
McKnight? But that has nothing to do with Newtown.
No.
And you, my dear.
Hi, good night. I'm Shamala Jeffers. I am a player/coach for the club. I am from Newtown.
You're from Newtown?
Yes.
Live in Newtown?
I'm from Newtown.
Welcome again to the studio. Tell us about Coca-Cola Shamrocks. Who or what are they?
Okay, I see you're emphasizing on the Newtown. And while one of the founders is from Newtown, we don't think of the club as a community club per se. Mm-hmm. We have members from all across the island. And so, not a community club. We are open to everyone.
Okay. How long have you guys been around?
So Coca-Cola Shamrock has been around since 1970.
1970?
Yes, this is our 55th anniversary year.
Wow.
It's our emerald year. We've been around for a very long time, way before I was born.
Well, I was just going to say that, looking at you, it had to be long before your mother reached before your father.
That's
maybe right. Even before your grandfather meet your grandmother.
Yes, so 55 years strong. We are pulling through, and just glad to be giving back to the community still.
55 active years.
Okay. How long have you been in the club?
Me personally, I've been in the club since about 2019.
2019. What about you, Nikisha?
I like to tell persons I joined the club. Shamada is my sister. Shamada is the player, right? So I like to say our family joined the club. When Shamada joined the club about
2006.
2006?
Yeah, so 19 years ago.
No, man, you got the dates mixed up.
I mean,
because you ain't look so old.
We can actually say 2005 because it would have been when I left high school.
I thought you were going to say, 2009.
Yes, yes.
2006, that makes you 19 and thereabout?
Yes, give me a tongue there.
Yeah, it's not forgive me, but you just look like you're about 15, 16, 17 kind of thing, man.
She come down to the new town bed.
Could I check your passport or birth certificate or something?
You can take my word for it.
2006, so you joined as well 2006, Nikki. And did you ever do any playing?
No.
So you've always
in
been
practice.
the admin coaching element.
Not
Pop-up
coaching.
girl supporting?
Yeah, I support from the stands, and then I joined on the administrative end.
What caused you to get into the administration?
Well, to be honest, the club was going through a transition, and I was asked to offer up myself, and I did so out of the respect I have for Miss Archibald, who is Miss Gillian Musgrave Archibald. She is one of the founders of the club, and so out of respect for Miss Archibald, I availed myself, and after the election process, I became part of the executive.
And what year was that?
This was just coming out of COVID, so about 2021.
So you contested in the president, or you contested other positions and eventually
I was
came up?
the vice president initially, and then after the last election, I ran for president unopposed.
Unopposed, wow, that's
Yeah.
powerful. And when was that? What year was that?
2023, yeah.
Okay, so you were VP for 2
For
years.
2 years.
And then you felt I could mash it up as president. So you decided, let me take a shot at it. And how have things been going so far?
It has been going good. We have the support of the players, and more so the past players. They are still very much active in the club. Persons like Miss Pauletta Lands, Pearline Nias, Andrea Gomes, Cheryl Dean, Roberts, Idella Pemberton, very much active, always supporting in whatever way they can. And so things are going well.
You sound like big lad. You're going to sing Calypso. Adele, you've been in the club for the last 6 years.
Yes.
Did you come in as a player initially, or you just joined because, what caused you to join?
Well, I played netball in primary school, as was mandatory at Irishtown Primary School. And after leaving college, everything, I was looking for somewhere where I could play a sport, be fit, be active, but still have fun. I stumbled upon Shamrock having a practice session one time at Warner Park, and I asked how to join and be a member. And so I joined as a player and eventually became on the executive team.
So when were you voted on the executive?
This same time, 2023.
2023 as PRO?
PRO.
Okay, that's wonderful. I like the way you say you stumbled upon the topic. What happened?
Stumbled because, honestly, I didn't know people were still playing netball.
Serious?
Seriously. In St. Kitts at that time, I mean, even so now, it's not very popular. The Ministry of Sports, Department of Sports, they're putting it back into the schools now, but for a long time, they weren't playing any tournaments or anything like that. So I was surprised to see that a club was actively practicing having netball games going on.
So you stumbled upon this group of ladies practicing. Netball is happening.
And I said, hey, I want to be a part of that.
You didn't consider, okay, if these playing, that means you got other clubs playing, so let me find out and investigate.
I don't know.
Something just drew you to
Something
that club.
just drew me, I guess.
You like what you saw.
That's right.
Okay, that makes sense. Shama, you've been hiding from us. Tell us about you.
I have been privileged to have Miss Archibald be my somewhat sole coach. She has been with me since grade 4 when they introduced netball to us in primary school.
Which school was that?
Tucker Clark, aka Newtown. And then when I transitioned to BHS, she was still my coach. And from there, I joined the club after leaving school. I would have somewhat transitioned to coach after Miss Archibald would have stated she is backing away from coaching for various reasons. The date I can't remember.
Okay.
So forgive me for that. Still play, and then this school term, the start of September, we would have started our junior program, where we have taken the challenge of furthering the learning of netball from primary to secondary level, and that's where my focus is right now. For anyone who is listening and have a child, daughter or son, because netball is no longer
So I realize,
Girls only
female
sport.
only sport.
That's right.
even though there are some questions
They
about
are,
the
yes,
other sex,
they are.
the players are questionable or perceived to be questionable.
It happens. But if anyone's interested in having their child be a part of our junior program, we practice Mondays and Wednesdays, 4:30 to 6. Initially, we started training at the Warner Park, but they currently have a high school tournament going on, and to allow the school the opportunity to have their practice sessions there, we have moved to the Newtown Plain field. So for the time being, we are at Newtown. So yes, if there's anyone from grade 4 to high school who is interested in netball, feel free to come and be a part of our program.
Do you mind giving out the number for the listeners who are listening? We would have done that at the end, but since you brought it up.
No
Yes.
problem. They can contact me at 663-8340.
663.
8340. I'll give the other coaches number, but I don't know numbers. Like
What's the name again? Who should they
Shamada
contact?
Jeffers.
Shamala. That's interesting. I seem to have known Gillian for like two lifetimes now. If there's only one person I believed in St. Kitts and Nevis who would have been in netball, it was Gillian. This tall, towering lady, I remember as a little boy watching all the up there in the heavens to just look at her face. And she had this thing about her. She seemed to be, well, I don't want to use the word aggressive, but ultimately I found out to be she's demanding, she has high standards.
Passionate.
Passionate, that's the word I'm looking.
Powered by passion.
That is him putting it better, powered by passion, I like that. And at the end of the day, no matter who or what she says to who and thing, I think everybody still likes her. She commands the respect of persons for various reasons. And she would have been part of the championship teams in 1978 and in 19 whatever the year, I can't remember the second year, when St. Kitts won the Caribbean
West Indies.
Netball Championship.
And then she would have been the coach of the West Indies team as well.
Exactly. That's powerful respect to her.
Yes.
To me, like, netball has been her life, and she's one of the driving forces for the way we are in netball today. And she still has that passion. But 55 years, when exactly did Coca-Cola Shamrock get started?
Well, according to Miss Archibald, might have been sometime around May 1970. Herself and Miss Dolores Hobson
I know Miss Hobson, she taught at Sandy Point High School.
would have started the club. And, Miss Hobson would have left after some time, but Miss Archibald, she remained, she persevered. And as you can see, the club is still here, 55 years later, going strong.
What caused the club to be formed? There's Dolores and there is Jill. Did they say, hey, were they at a concert, a dance, and they started talking, and why not start a netball club? How did the idea of starting Shamrocks come up?
I think it would have been great if Miss Archibald was here.
Well, I was just about to say it was before your mother met your father too. But,
yeah. But you know, Miss Archibald is a storyteller.
Well, yes,
So,
she's very powerful with the history.
If I remember correctly, I think she said that, you know, they wanted something of their own. And so she and Miss Hobson came up with the idea, they came up with the name. And I think her brother, Earl Clark, he would have been the
trainer,
the trainer or the coach.
Okay.
At some period, yeah.
The late Earl Clark, may so rest in peace. That was wonderful. Over the 55 years, I don't think you're gonna know this answer, but make a guess. How many players have passed through Shamrocks?
More than 55.
Good answer. Good answer.
More than 55.
Good answer.
Too easy.
I can't put a number to it, but what I can say is, persons pass through, but persons still remain. Like I said before, the past members are still very much actively involved in the club.
And that's always nice to see. The former players not only just passing through and not just still there, but coming around and working and contributing physically, financially, whatever.
It's not just about playing netball. While we want to promote the sport, there is also the aspect of improving the lives of the ladies that are involved in the club. So whether it's through mentorship or access to opportunities, we are here to help. We have persons who are players right now. We have nurses.
That's good.
We have Miss Shiverton is the general manager. She's a general manager of one of the telecom companies.
See, that's Miss Shiverton. Wow.
We have HR personnel. We have finance personnel, right? And so we would want to see our players excel, not just on the court, but in life in general.
I like that. And you also have my Secretary General.
Correct.
Yes.
Michelle Leibert, Secretary of the St. Kitts and Nevis Table Tennis Association. Okay. I understand. In terms of the coaching Shabada, you did mention after Jill left, you got into it. Was there a formal coaching program, exams, etc. that you had to sit to get,
No. When Miss Archibald would have stepped back, it was not so much of one person is going to coach. The more senior players took on that challenge. Myself being one of them at the time. Michelle as well would have been in a coaching position. We have Natalie Sutton and Chantel Williams.
Is that the Chantel that Hot Rod sang about mashing up? Just checking.
No, we're going to remove Chantel from the
Chantel like a mash up.
No.
Just for me, just checking.
Chantel Turkey is very much in the tag.
First time I heard that. Chantel, if you're listening.
Chantel, we apologize. We apologize dearly.
Chantel is one of the club's top shoots. And she's one of the coaches that are working with me in the junior program, focusing on our junior shooters. And so, like I said, we would have seen the gap that was needed to be filled and decided to take on that role.
Do you see yourself aspiring to Well, first off, the Caribbean Netball Association, do they have a certification program for coaches, and do you see yourself aspiring to that level?
I am not sure. I do check here and there for different programs. Timing has not been my friend so far, but I do check. And once an opportunity arises, I intend on taking advantage of it. Yes, I do aspire to be a coach. I would have been given the opportunity to coach the males team that
Serious?
would have qualified for the tournament that's coming
Next
year. We would have played in St. Kitts Nevis last year, and it was a new experience for everyone. Most of the players weren't netballers, quote unquote. Most of them were basketballers,
yes.
some cricketers. I would say that they were up for the challenge, and that is something that I was very happy about. There aren't often times where people look at challenges in a positive way, but I would say that group of guys that we had was very optimistic and very open to the challenges that were before them.
So, having coached the guys,
The guys, no coach needed, the guys.
And having coached females, how easy or not so easy was it? If you compare the coaching of both of them, notwithstanding these guys were coming from cricket and football and basketball, like you say, and not from a netball background.
In all honesty, I don't think gender played a role. Like I said, the guys were open, and once you have players that are open to learning, then coaching would not be a challenge for you. So there wasn't a difference in the gender roles.
So that was basically, as the young people say, too easy. Well, congratulations on your performances as a coach with them. I didn't know. I did some commentary, and I know Gule is from Sandy Point, so I know Gule. I think I know one or two of the players, and I would have known Hector from previously. Was trying to remember if it's table tennis or something else. I can't remember. And you did an excellent job. I would not have known. But the way the guys perform, the fitness, etc., and get into...
Well, I would say the fitness is due to Maysfield Nisbet.
The best in the region.
The best.
The best. Easily the best.
Hands down.
Maysfield, you come highly recommended.
Yes.
Congratulations. By such late boy, Maysfield. Congratulations. He trains the football referees in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. And he is responsible for the tip-top shape, going off to various international tournaments in Mexico, South America, Central America, North America. He does an excellent job.
Amazing.
I know Maysfield from back in maybe 1984. He was goalkeeping for Blackburns. And I came up as a goalkeeper, as short and fat and big belly. Well, maybe I used to stand up in the goal. And I fell in love with him. Don't get me wrong when I say I fell in love with him. The way he approached as a goalkeeper. The way he moved and controlled, and his athleticism, he was just something to look at, so easy, even under pressure. And from since then, I've known him, and I've been umpiring since '84. And again, he used to be training the St. Kitts and Nevis men national team, the Leeward Islands team, as that. But more so, back in 1990, I worked Cable and Wire, I was Scantel at the time, and I went to Nevis to hold on for somebody for 2 weeks and end up spending 6 months.
Wow.
And I stayed at his father's hotel, West Haven. And he was the one most times interact. Now he used to speak about it. So he is really tough, really super. And I'm thinking hard. You said you're 19?
I wish.
You wait.
I
Oh,
wish.
so 2006.
And
Oh,
I
sorry.
was playing.
Playing
with
since
the club.
Oh boy,
19 years.
19 years. Wow. So where do you work? Where do you work at the moment?
I am the executive assistant at Kelly Construction.
Kelly Construction.
Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. Shamada. Adiel. PR who Adiel?
Yes.
How have you been enjoying that role?
It's tough. It's tough to get the word out there, but it's a rewarding challenge because once someone talks about something that we have coming up, then I know, okay, I'm doing my job. People know what's going on with the club. People know what's going on with our activities. The members are aware of what's going on. And so I'm happy for the challenge. I enjoy it.
Do you believe they gave you the job because you talk a lot?
Probably.
But the PRO, I've done some PRO in my life, and it could be the easiest thing at times, but it could be the most demanding and challenging at times. So have you guys a website, Instagram page, Facebook page?
Yes, we do have Facebook page. We also have Instagram. Just look for Shamrock Netball Club on Facebook, Shamrock Netball Club on Instagram, and you'll find us there. You must see the Shamrock logo, established in 1970.
1970 Shamrock. I really was convinced that there was only one netball team as a small boy growing up. It was Shamrock. Because I always
There
hear...
are others?
Sorry?
There are others?
Well, we have to play against somebody. Somebody got to lose.
You're bad, Stella.
Somebody got to lose, right?
yeah. And there was always just Shamrocks. And I could remember Leat Hawks back then. And I think those were the only two teams I could remember. Maybe there may have been one or two community teams. And but netball has come a long way. You're listening to On The Ball here at WINN FM 98.9. I'm Troy Bif Mills, your host. And with me in the studio, live and lively, are three beautiful, and I stress the word beautiful, young ladies from the Coca-Cola Shamrocks Netball Club. And they are celebrating some 55 years. Gosh, that's a long, long time. 55 years to be around doing the same thing. That is a long time. So they're here telling us about them, how they came about, and what has caused them to be around so long. Keisha, what really has caused your club to be around? We've seen over the years in different sporting fraternities, clubs starting and going away, stopping, coming back, and fading away. But for you to be around 55 years, what do you attribute that to?
I think it's the passion for the sport. Let me just add our 55 years celebration. Our theme is built on resilience.
Yep, hold on.
Powered by passion,
But go ahead.
55 years strong.
Repeat that
And
again,
so,
please.
Built on resilience, powered by passion, 55 years strong.
Built on resilience, powered by fashion.
Powered by passion, 55 years strong.
55.
And I think that passion is what has been the driving force behind the club. Like I told you before, my family would have joined the club when my sister joined the club. And so the club itself is like a family, right? And so, family is family. You're always going to be there for your family. You don't want to see your family fail, right? So you'll do whatever for the family to succeed. And that is what we're about at the Shamrock Netball Club. Miss Archibald herself has been, Miss Archibald, she's the driving force behind all of this. And we must say, kudos to Miss Archibald. She has done an awesome job.
Amazing.
That's King Lala, amazing. So amazing in this calypso.
Should I pat the back?
The lines are open. You can call in 466-0989, 662-0989. In the UK, 033-344-0065. In the USA, 718-285-6984. Or in Canada, 305-921-4619. We are talking to the Coca-Cola Shamrock Golden 50s, no, 50s. Emerald, yes. Emerald
50,
celebrants. And they're here. And you're making me, ladies, making me feel like coming over and being a part of the Coca-Cola Shamrocks.
But you are welcome. You know, we have male members as well.
Yes, I know that. And the thing about it, I was president of the Sandy Point Netball Association from 1998 to maybe about 2000. And I've never played netball, but of course, somehow my daughter, DeAndre Mills, I don't know if you know her, and I think she got her skills from her mother. So she's joined it and she's loved it. I had a serious problem with her. When she was going primary school, she was playing netball, she was playing football, and she was, I believe, pretty decent. When they had scrimmages, they used to make her captain. She was also into track and field. But from the time she made the under 11 netball team and they went to Dominica.
Under 13.
After 13, that was the end of that. She forgot about football, she forgot. And I tried everything. I said, DeAndre, you don't get netball. In netball, you don't get scholarships. Yes, you're going to travel, but you're going to travel more in football and track and field. You could get track and field scholarships. You could get football scholarship. She said, no, Daddy, I love the netball. I stay with the netball. And she's still there. And I really think she loves it. And that is okay. I didn't want to choose for her.
And that is somewhat of misinformation. There are netball scholarships.
There are?
There are.
Okay.
I don't think we tap into that field, but there are netball scholarship. Michelle would have benefited from one of those scholarships. It wasn't initial. When she was at UB, she would have gained a scholarship there.
That's what I understood. Well, continue, sir.
So there are scholarships available.
Which universities?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Like I said, we just need to tap into.
Do we have any netballers out there on scholarships that you may know of?
Presently, no. I don't know.
Okay. Because I did ask, and I was told no. And yes, I know Michelle had a scholarship in parts out in some way. And I know when she left to study, it wasn't on a scholarship. The scholarship developed while she was out there. And which is a tremendous thing. And you folks really need to strive for that. Because at the end of the day, perhaps that might encourage even more persons to come into the club. How many members are in the club right now, Miss Piaro?
More than 55.
Good answer.
I love that.
55 is the answer right now.
Yeah, more than 55.
More than 55.
Do you have subsections? Well, you mentioned the youth program, but what sections do you have in terms of your
So it
club
would be
structure?
youth players, junior players,
Junior.
which would grade 4 to about high school. And then you have the senior players, which should be from college to as old as you feel. And you're always welcome. And then we have, of course, just contributing members. So you don't necessarily have to be a player to be a member of the club. You can just be someone who supports us, and you're still a part of the club in any way possible.
Do you have male? What about males being part of it? Do you have a male team? Does Shamrock have a male team?
Shamrock does not have a male team as yet.
Okay.
But we do have male members on the club as well. Eventually, we would be able to form our own male team, I'm sure.
And it's not going to take 55 years.
No. Not 55 years.
I understand that. Tell us about Miss Piaro, your programs again to commemorate your 55 years.
The program for the 55 years that we have introduced will be the junior program. That began in September when school started.
Okay.
And it's from grade 4 and up to high school. Everyone is welcome. we are currently playing at the Newtown playfield because there's a netball tournament going on. The high school's at Warner Park. As soon as that is completed, we will make the transition back to Warner Park. But for now, it's every Monday and Wednesday, 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m.
If I'm remembering correctly, some years ago you would have had at least 2 teams competing in the national competition. At one point, I know they had first division, second division, school section or something, and you may have had. Did you have a team in the first division and the second division? How was it? You remember?
Well, those we currently we don't have the division anymore. But when it was, we did field a team in both divisions. And then when they would have pathways with that, we would have entered 2 teams. I think I can recall Miss Archibald saying back then they would have entered 3 teams at one point. But we always try to ensure that our players get the opportunity. We have when we have more senior or more advanced players, we try to put them together so that they can pull each other. And then those that are still in the learning stage would field the second team.
3 teams. I think that would probably be something historical. I don't think there may have been any other club in St. Kitts that may have had 3 teams, 3 netball teams playing. That's in a tournament. If I'm remembering correctly, excuse me, there was a match. There is an outstanding match, the championship game for the St. Kitts tournament as opposed to St. Kitts and Nevis tournament between yourselves and Aqua Ballers. We had the president in here and he did say that there will be no netball this year. They're going to concentrate on that competition. Have you started your training program? But let me ask you, have you received word of when the netball is going to be starting next year? I don't know if you have.
We have not. However, we continue to train.
Okay.
Again, if anyone out there listening or viewing us, if you're interested in joining the club, you have a passion for netball, our training sessions are Mondays from 6:30, Wednesdays 6:30 at the Warner Park, Pam Tyson Netball Complex.
For the seniors.
For the seniors.
So the juniors are at 4:30 and the seniors is 6:30. And the juniors at Newtown, the seniors at Warner Park.
Newtown for the time
being.
Do you have any restrictions on community? Anybody from, is it just Newtown
open
or
to all.
open to everybody?
Open to all.
Remember I said at the start, we're not a
community.
Well, we are a community.
We are a family.
We are not a community-based club. And so we are open.
Anybody is welcome.
We have players from Tabernacle. We have from Newtown. We have from New Road Market Street. Old Road.
That is good.
You know, we have persons from all over the island.
That's wonderful. To commemorate your 55th anniversary, are you going to have a week of activities? What events are planned, if any?
Well, we have been celebrating all
year?
throughout the year. And we are culminating. Next week is the big event.
Oh, okay.
Our 55th anniversary gala at the Carambola Beach Club.
That sounds interesting.
Yes. Tickets are $200, just $200.
Only $200.
Only $200.
Just $200
for adults.
That is cheap.
And children, $100. EC dollars. That's it.
You sure that's price right? Because that sounds very cheap.
Yes. That's what it is.
Okay.
We want it to be accessible to all.
Yes.
And what time are you thinking, from when to when?
7 p.m.
From 7
So
to
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
At Carambola.
at
Carambola.
Carambola Beach Club.
But we also want to mention how grateful we are for Mrs. Daislin Sharp. She's also a member of the club, always supportive, and we just thank her for being always someone we can count on.
I know she played netball throughout, and a nice, neat, good player in my humble view. And it's nice to see that she continues to be a part of the netball, your netball family, the club
Right.
as it is. Who are the other members of the executive at the moment?
Okay, so we have myself, Ms. Shakira Pitt. She is the vice president. Adiel is the PRO. Jamila Fraser, she's the assistant secretary. Assistant secretary treasurer. Chelsea Isles is the secretary. Miss Antoinette Hodge. Miss Antoinette Hodge is our treasurer. And then we have two ordinary members, Miss Jamila Morton and Mr. Lawston Blackman.
Well, I was going
So
to make.
he's the lone male
I was going to make a
on the
complaint.
executive. And then we have Miss Archibald, of course, and team manager, Miss Glenda. What's Glenda's last name? Glenda Gomes.
There we go. Well, I was going to really make a report to the Ministry of Gender Affairs for you being biased and all those not so nice things because no men on your executive.
Well, you know, the senior minister for gender affairs is also a member of the club.
Okay. The Honorable
The Honorable
Jeffrey
Jeffrey Hanley, yes.
Well, he's one person to, I guess if you cut him, you're not going to see blood, you're going to see Newton running out of him. Similar to Jill. And, but that is wonderful. But I still can't get over 55 years. Was there any period that you guys took a break, didn't do anything for a year to 6 months or whatever, and then you came back, or have you been going 55 years straight?
There was 1 year we would have sat out
You strike.
on principle. I can't recall the year. But yes, there was a year we did sit out, yes.
But you were still practicing and you were
Yes,
still
we were
active.
still active.
But it's just that you didn't compete.
We did not compete
in
that
the year. And the reasons why, do you feel satisfied that yes, we made a good decision, or have you had second thoughts? Why maybe we should have gone?
No, our decision was right at the time.
You're confident
And we still
about
stand by it, yes.
Those are powerful words.
We're passionate.
Yes, powerful words. It was right.
Passion.
And we stood by it. I know Laba. He was the one who actually reached out initially to the setup. Is he a member of the club as well?
Yes, that's Mr. Blackman.
That's Mr. Blackman.
That's his right name. That's his government
He got a
name.
decent. I know the man is about 60, 70 years as Lava. Mr. Blackman. Lawston Blackman. And he got a very decent first name with that. Lawston. How are you, Lawston? Yeah, but I didn't realize that he was a part of it. But that is wonderful. Ladies, I see my producer watching me bad. So, but anything I missed that you would want the public to know?
But there is one thing, we started under our executive leadership was a netball tournament to honor Miss Gillian Musgrave Archibald. Okay. We have a Fast 5 netball tournament that is open to any gender. We also to the corporate community. And we are not having one this year due to the 55th anniversary celebrations. But next year, we can look forward to our third installment of the Fast 5 netball tournament, honoring Mrs. Gillian Musgrave Archibald.
So it's a tournament?
Yes.
And so every year she's been honored by the tournament?
Every year.
So it's held
one day
It's a one-day
tournament.
tournament in her honor.
Okay.
Yes.
At your tournament in the park?
In the park.
In the park.
That's our home court.
And it happened last year and the year before, but you're not doing it this year?
Not doing it this year, but look forward to it next
Fast
year.
5.
No, Fast 5.
So that's a new variation of the sport. where the wing attack, wing defense are now out, and the scoring is different. So the original goal zone would be zoned off in two parts. So there will be a zone 1 and a zone 2, and then beyond the goal circle is zone 3.
Oh, okay.
And then there is a power play. What we do for the tournament is the last 90 seconds of each quarter. There's a power play where the shooting points are doubled.
Oh, wow.
So where you could get 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, you're gonna get
the last 20 seconds of the game.
Yes,
can switch
you can get up to 6 points if you
so
shoot far enough. So it's very
like,
competitive.
You know, in cricket you have tests, you have one day, you have
2020.
You play cricket?
No, but you know, I am a supporter from the stands. So this is like the new, faster, more exciting.
Like the T20
version, like T20 for netball, if
Netball,
you could put
T20.
it that way. Yeah.
Is that something? Is it a world competition, a Caribbean thing?
Worldwide, yeah.
So they're actually world Fast 5 tournaments.
Serious?
Yes, they happen across the globe.
Wow.
Very exciting. So these are things that new versions of netball that persons may not be aware of. We're trying to bring it here locally so persons can expose themselves to these things.
Wow.
Yeah.
I first time I'm hearing about it, so I'm mad with myself. Because as a sports journalist for WINN FM 98.9, so it's a very good thing that.
Yes, I know you know.
So it's glad that we had you here. Fast 5. So how many teams have you had participating in that?
Well, Adiel is the lead.
I think we had maybe 5 or 6 teams the first year. And about this, so you could say probably about 10 to 12
How many
teams.
players on a team?
On our team, I think there's 7 on the bench. Only
5 can be on
5
the court.
can be on the court.
You know, normally it's 7, but
yeah.
for this it's down to 5
What
or
about
10.
you're playing quarters or halves?
We're playing quarters.
How many?
But the quarters are 6 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, 6 minutes. Oh, that's
And then
wonderful.
whereas with the original form of netball, where the center pass are alternate, with Fast 5, the team that does not make the shot will get the center pass.
Oh, okay.
So it only the center pass only alternate at the start of each quarter.
Oh, so if I get a center pass first quarter, you get it. We have a caller line. Good evening, caller. Welcome to WINN FM 98.9 on the ball. Thank you for calling. We missed the call, perhaps. We're not hearing. Could you please call back, caller? We appreciate you trying to get in. 4660989, 6620989. If you're calling from St. Kitts, please give us a call again. So that's nice. Are you thinking about competing in a regional competition? Is there a regional competition?
I'm not sure about a regional Fast 5.
Fast 5.
I'm not sure if there's a regional one, but I'm sure if the opportunity arises, the
you
association would
grab it.
Yes.
For the caller, if you're calling from the UK, 033-344-0065. In the USA, 718-285-6984. In Canada, 305-921-4619. You have a few more seconds to call, caller. Please do call in. We will want to hear from you. And please do call us. We are on to the final leg. We are going overtime thanks to my producer, Mr. Raspi. I think he couldn't resist going a few minutes because of the ladies. So, the dear ladies, mine, again, in 2 minutes, in 90 seconds.
Okay, so the gala again is next Saturday, November 15th, 7 p.m. at the Carambola Beach Club. For tickets, you can call 667-0161.
Repeat the number again.
667-0161.
Do you mind putting a name to that number, please?
That is our treasurer, Miss Antoinette Hodge.
Okay.
The junior program, again from grade 4 through to high school. Practice sessions are Mondays and Wednesdays, 4:30 p.m. Yes. For the time being, we are at the Newtown Netball Court. After the end of the high school netball tournament, hopefully at the end of this month, we are back at Warner Park. For the seniors, again, Mondays and Wednesdays, 6 p.m. 6:30, sorry. 6:30 p.m.
At Warner Park.
At Warner Park. And for persons wishing to contribute to the club, we have an account at the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank. The account number is 102-55076, 102-55076. And if you want to send it via mobile banking, the number is 763-3832, 763-3832 at account number 102-55076. All contributions are welcomed and appreciated.
And persons who may want to join your club or sign up their children, is there a number that they call?
The number is 663-8340. This is for seniors or juniors. 663-8340.
And the name to the face again?
And this is Shamado.
Shamada, the coach who's in the club for 19 years. That's wonderful. Before we slip, sponsors. Any sponsors you want to big up?
So we want to say thank you to our sponsors. We are grateful that for the 55 years, the club has been sponsored by Coca-Cola. And we say
the agent now is COSCAB.
Heartfelt thank you to COSCAB for, 55 years. COSCAB has not been here for 55 years, but they have taken the club with the
Bottling Company Limited.
I think Bottling Company gave us to them. So for 55 active years, we have been sponsored by Coca-Cola. And we say heartfelt thank you.
I have to speak to the manager because he probably should have had a few Coca-Cola drinks in here advertising the product for the staff and myself and the producer. But anyway, that is like...
Maybe next if you have us back.
This is only the first, my dear.
Yeah.
Because 55 years, so many things happening. Your junior program, your Fast 5. I'm somewhat fascinated with that Fast 5 and things like that, and your gala. And you have to believe it. You have to be leading. For 55 years, it's something right you have to be doing, man, for you to be around that long. Relationships sometimes don't last that long. But again, the only club I know in the region of that is Garden Hotspurs. They celebrated 50 years, I think, a few years ago. So they've been around since...
Miss Archibald would have stated I think Miss Archibald would have stated that they were older than us.
So therefore, you're second.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that is a correct assessment of it. Well, ladies, any final words before we leave?
Yes, we just want to say thank you to Kavanique. She's the one who gave us the wonderful slogan for this year's anniversary celebration.
Thank you, Kavanique.
Thank you, Kavanique. It's built on resilience, powered by passion, 55 years strong. Thank you.
And she's part of the club? Or
she's a junior.
She's a part of the junior program.
A junior program in our club. So,
well, the Bible says a little child shall
yes,
lead them.
Yes, so thank you, Kavanique, for this wonderful slogan.
And the way you're smiling, you really enjoy it. I like it.
Yes, it's nice.
I like it. Ladies, it's been a tremendous pleasure having you, Shamada, Adiel, and Nikisha. And congratulations to you, your club, your executive, and most importantly, Miss Dolores Hobson and Gillian Musgrave, who would have started that club sometime back in May 1970. And the club is still going strong, producing a lot of key persons in the community, in the country, and it shows that you guys have been doing something. I encourage you to continue, and keep going. Give us again a number in case anybody want to call you to join finally, please.
The number is 663-8340, whether you want to join the junior program or be a part of the senior team.
It was indeed a pleasure having you ladies, the lovely smiles, and Chantel.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
have
you.
a good night.
Good night. Good night,
Ladies
everyone.
and gentlemen, we've had the Coca-Cola Shamrocks with us. They're celebrating 55 years. Go on out and support them. They've given their number in case you want to go mobile banking. You can give me a call, 668-2055. I'll be sharing it with you. Any numbers. And the gala at Carambola next week, Saturday, $7:30 p.m., 7 p.m., only a small contribution of 200 EC. And of course, if you don't want to go, support them and I can go on your behalf. That won't be hard. So as we slip away from the show, I encourage you, please, when you're driving, be patient. Otherwise, you may become a patient or even worse. If you're drinking, don't drive. If you're driving, don't drink, because the life you save or the life you take may very well be yours and or your family, your loved one or loved ones. You have to drive to be alive. And above all, always be positive in your thoughts, in your words, and in your actions. Thank you for joining us. I'm signing off until next week, Tuesday, God's Spear, when we're back here at WINN FM 98.9 with On the Ball. See you then. Thank you for tuning. Have a good week. Do you want to know what's happening in sport? Tune into On the Ball, a weekly tour show which is on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. with me, your host, Troy Bif Mills. We will keep you on the ball with our variety of guests and, of course, your calls, discussing the facts and the stats and sharing your opinions. Get on the ball and stay on the ball by tuning into On the Ball with Troy Bif Mills on WINN FM 98.9 every Tuesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. and also on Facebook and YouTube. Be on the ball.